what's up, guys? Definitely muted myself. So we just started with Fox Streak. We're talking about down throw, and Flush just needs a little bit of help of getting on the chain grab. So it's not really a chain grab, right?
Yeah.
It's a reaction tech chase,
Mhm.
right? So there's 2 or 3 kind of ways to get out of it. Don't do anything. Okay. So just let go.
Yeah.
So right here, of course, you can do like the jab reset stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and do you know how to just hold up on both sticks?
Oh.
So you just hold up on both sticks, and then hold on. You're holding up on this one too?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you need to slam up. I'm not sure.
Alright.
Yeah, I think slamming up helped. Yeah, slamming
Okay,
it.
yeah.
So like, as you get jabbed, you're slamming up, right? And that'll pop you up. Why don't we just fall off and try again? Yeah. So I think it's easier after a few percent. Here, okay. So down throw, don't do anything, and now as soon as the jab comes out, that's when you pop up. Okay. Try again. Wait for the jabs. There you go. Yeah, wait for the jabs as you pop up.
Alright.
That's a little bit better. That was better. That was much better. So there's a little bit of delay. I think sometimes you're pressing up before the jab.
Yeah,
happens.
I just kept spamming it earlier.
Yeah, it's okay. Basically, think of it in real life. Like basically, as she's hitting you, you're pressing up.
Alright.
Right. I have to get you to like
Yeah.
20%. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. That was better. You first popped up, and
Yeah.
then you like kind of sank down.
Yeah,
But-
I guess it has the timing for it. When like he goes up, then that's the moment where I gotta pick up the sticks, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and it's basically as she hits you, you're picking up. Why don't you scoot it just a little bit closer in? You can be in the camera frame if you want.
No, that's fine.
No, that's fine. Okay. All right. So that's the first step of it, right? Which is if you miss tech, you can get better at that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing is to stop being tech chased. One thing you can do is go towards the ledge, right? So you're gonna DI away and you're gonna tech away. Oh, my bad. Let's pretend that was down throw,
Yeah.
right? Or let's just do down throw. Right, and then I do it again. Let's just do it again. Tech, and then I do it again, and then you're not DIing far enough left right now.
Alright.
I want you to DI left and tech left. There you go. That's better. And then I do it again. DI off. No, DI off the stage.
Alright.
There you go. Right. So in that case, I would have had to like gone off and do one of these things, right?
Yeah.
You can get better at DIing off to different degrees, where like you DI off and then you like grab the ledge, or you DI off and you go farther,
Mhm.
right? But what I noticed though is you're just not holding any direction sometimes,
Yeah.
right? So when I throw you, just hold left right now. Yeah, you just need to hold it before the throw happens.
Alright.
There are too many times where I'm throwing you and you're doing no DI.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better. So one thing I think you should stand to learn is DIing while doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to up smash and then hold up.
So I'll smash and hold up.
Yeah, just up smash. Don't hit me. Just up smash and hold up. No.
Oh.
Don't charge it. Yeah, just up smash and hold up. So after you up smash, hold up.
Oh. Okay.
That's all I'm asking you to do. Yeah. So do it again. All right. So when I attacked you, you were DIing up. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just try this one more time, which is do something and then hold up. Right. So you DI like that, right?
Mhm.
So there are times where like if you try to grab, right, you try to running grab, you can hold down or up or left or right. Basically, anytime you're in lag, you could be holding the control stick.
Alright.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, and this is important because at higher percents, dude, if I down smash you after you miss something, if
Yeah,
you're
we'll
not
go flying.
holding, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, you could just hold up, right? And your chances of dying on up DI is like way lower,
Alright.
right?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Because yeah, I catch you not DIing sometimes when I hit you, right? And at the high level, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
At the high level, you're always DIing, right? So don't let go of this stick all the time, right? You want this stick to like be doing a good thing most of the time, right? So like if you're not attacking, you're like preparing for DI with like down or up or away, right?
Yeah.
For instance, if I'm doing this to you, right, you should be holding away, exactly, right? So like as it happens, you're moving yourself as far as you can go already, right? And there's sometimes you can anticipate this, right? Where like you nair in, and as you nair in, you're already holding back as far as you can, right? So like try to nair at me, but then hold backwards.
Alright.
Right? See, right now you're still thinking about it too hard, right?
Yeah.
Right? So there, as soon as I hit your nair, you flew sideways.
Yeah.
Right? That's a little bit better than not going anywhere and me just like doing everything I want, right?
Yeah.
You'll do this better as you play more and more and realize like anytime I do this type of stuff, like I go in for this type of thing, there's a chance I'll get hit.
Yeah.
And the things that hit me, I should prepare this type of DI, right? A good example is Peach down smash, right?
Yeah.
If you nair Peach and she down smashes, don't hold down.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta hold up. Yeah.
Exactly. People have taught you this already, right?
Yeah.
So you've done this in other situations where like you nair at him and then you hold up, right? So apply this to more areas of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is DI while other things are going on. All right. Let's play a match and just kind of have fun with it and see where we go, okay? Okay. Yes. All right. So how did you feel about that match?
I got to chain grab at the beginning. I completely like threw everything out the window when you started.
Down throw jab.
Yeah, down throw jab. I was like,
All right. So make sure you call it a tech chase and not a chain grab.
oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So like, go to the left side where we were. Okay. So I down through tech chased you, right?
Yeah.
And it seemed kind of bad, right?
Yeah.
But what actually happened was you like ended off here at like 30%.
Yeah.
Okay. So this and then walk into me again plus this is basically 30%. Right? So at the end of the day, even though you're like being grabbed pretty bad, like it seems bad, right?
Yeah.
You didn't take that much damage is what I'm trying to point out.
All right.
It seems bad and like, oh man, he's chain grabbing me. I can't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I would say relax on that part, right? It's not as bad as it seems, and even if it is as bad as it seems, you only took that much damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of the day, the big things that killed you are like how you recover, right?
Yeah.
I might have like needled your recovery,
Yeah.
right? So, anything could have knocked you off stage, right? Like I could have hit you, but what happened was I just down through tech chased you for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So psychologically speaking, don't let that hurt you, right? I've let that hurt me too. It's like fuck down throw, like
Yeah.
but like at the end of the day, it's not that bad, right? Up smash me. That's 18, dude.
Yeah.
Right? So like, it's okay, right? Getting grabbed aggressively, it sucks, but don't let it bother you.
Yeah, there's like sometimes in the match when like I'm against the shit, I'm like, You get so
This
flustered.
happens. This happens. But dude, a good fox could do the same to Sheik, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Flush, you know you're winning when the other dude's making that sound. Like, like, you know, when you're making that sound, you're not dealing with it good, right? And dude, pro players get tech chased.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing that had to like settle me down is like, at the end of the day, dude, we all suffer the same shit. We get rested. We like, some things don't bother you anymore.
Yeah.
Like maybe March chain grab doesn't bother you. You just learn to deal with it, or I don't know. Like, there's something in the game that used to bother you, and you're like, I deal with it now.
I used to think up throw rest was so.
Yeah, and now you deal with it better. It still kills you
Yeah.
sometimes, but right. So just take it for face value. You took some damage, and it's okay. One thing I really noticed from you too is you're spamming buttons.
Yeah.
Like when you play, you press buttons like a lot when they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to just make sure that the more you play, the less you do this. I know you're still in your first year.
Yeah.
But the reason this is important, and it's not just I'm telling you to play perfect. That's not what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
There are a lot of times though you're doing things, and then if I hit you, because you're already pressing stuff, you're not acting the best you could be, right? So an example is like one time you dash attacked and you kept pressing A, right?
Yeah.
Like you're dash attacking and you're hitting A the whole time, right?
Yeah.
So show me the dash attack. All right, do it one more time. All right, this whole time and like a little bit after, you can't do anything. There's no use to hitting the A button, right? But you can DI, like we talked about earlier, right? You can hold up or whatever. And one thing some foxes do is they dash attack, and then they up tilt, right? And a way to do this better, yeah, exactly, is just to hold up as you dash attack. So dash attack, and then after the dash attack, hold up. There you go. That's much faster.
Yeah.
Right? And it's good that you're not doing this, right? Because also, when you do this, dude, how many times per second are you doing it? 2, 3, 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's be generous. Let's say you do it 6 times a second, right? You're fast A presser. You press it 6 times a second, right? That's once every 10 frames, right? So you know melee 60 frames, and you know like if you do this into this, if you're 10 frames late on that up tilt, that shit's not working.
Yeah.
Right? So do your best to not be spamming stuff so that when the time comes, you're ready to press it ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do this all the time too, like Shine Me. You know, like, but you know what's not good is I'm down here, and then it took me 10 frames late because I'm spamming jump, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just Shine Me again. Instead of just waiting, right? I just wait. I know when it's gonna end, and it takes experience, dude, to know, right? And you'll learn this experience later, but stuff with like your attacks, right? You'll know your attacks, right? After you up smash, like grabbing or like doing things like like understanding the timing of certain things, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to press more buttons.
Yeah.
What you really need to do is DI and or prepare for the next move, right? So don't mash too much, especially attacking and jumping, right? Jumping is the worst. Jumping is the worst offender because like up smash me, and then like if I jump like that, right? What was the point of jumping there? You know, that high in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you do that or any, but like some people just do stuff because they want to press buttons or they're scared or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But like, dude, without that jump, now I come down and I have no mix-up, right? Like if I had saved that jump, I would have like maybe been able to land on the ground safely.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know. So definitely don't spam buttons. And it's hard. You'll catch yourself doing it. But what I would say is like, as you practice, especially by yourself, stop spamming that shit, right? And like, try to attack quickly, right? So like after the nair, like are you dashing right after the nair, right? Because sometimes after nair, it doesn't like you're kind of like stuck.
Yeah.
You know. So why don't we just try right now? Why don't you just try doing as much damage as you can to Sheik, right? So like I'll stand here, and you're just gonna do an approach that you would do in tournament, right? And I want you to do as much damage as you can. If you edge guard me, if you tuck chase me, keep going.
Alright.
Alright. So let's just talk about what happened. You ran up to me, you drilled, you got past me, right?
Yeah.
You drilled past me, and then you kind of lost control from there.
I was trying to turn around and grab you from the drill.
Okay, let's practice that one then.
Yeah.
Okay, so right there, let's try one more time. I think I can spot dodge it. Yeah. So what you're trying right now is not actually like a true combo,
Oh.
right? So it is a decent idea. I just want to let you know that it can fail in some ways, right? It can fail through spot dodge or roll or attack, right? Other
Yeah.
person might shine you. If you did this to Fox, he would shine you,
Yeah.
right? So let's try to do something that's a little bit more true, right? So maybe you can do drill shine or nair shine or even grab. Right? Try again. Okay, so this one you'll notice that I'm SDIing, right?
Yeah.
So how do you handle this one better? How do you handle SDI better? Well, one way is the way you're drilling me right now
Yeah.
is maximum drift. Okay, you're like short hopping and doing maximum drift. Do you get what I'm kind of saying?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. And when you do this, you can only kind of touch the ground in like a very exact way. Does that make sense? Like the angle you're coming at me
Yeah.
is very exact. So what happens is I SDI past it or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you, instead of doing max drift, right, instead you come close and then, yeah, right, you see how like the short hop version has more control than like
Yeah.
the full drift short hop version,
Yeah.
right? So I want you to try to like run up to me and then short hop drill me.
Alright.
That was a little bit better. So like, yeah, that was a lot better, right? So like, let's start it again. Let's be at this distance. Okay? And now you're gonna run up and like get to like around here if you can visualize that.
Yeah.
It's okay. You just need to short hop it. That was a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
And so one thing you're getting better at right now is visualizing the distance and not attacking from the maximum distance. There are a couple times where you're just going like as far as you can, you know,
Yeah.
right? But you're learning why that's not good, right?
Yeah.
You have less control,
Yeah.
right? So now you're starting that drill closer. So like even if we're like this far away, you know now to get
Yeah.
perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yes, hell yes. Okay, so we got one of those parts down, right? That'll help you with control. Why don't we try it again? Why don't you try drill shining me? It's okay. Close. I think you're missing your L cancel.
Yeah.
It's okay, dude. There's a lot to go on, right? And what we both know now,
Yeah.
right, is you can't do this in tournament because you can't even do it when I'm doing nothing,
Yeah.
right? So this is what you want to practice, right? Controlling
Yeah.
Fox, so that when you know what you want to do, you're already doing it good, right?
Yeah.
That's better.
I guess a good way is like to be right here and just have a CPU at home and just practice it from right there. Because I'm trying to time it from right there and to jump in.
Yeah, and I can see you
Yeah.
developing control too, right? So like, dude, just plug in another controller and the dude's not even moving, you know?
Yeah.
Right? You don't need him to attack you the whole time or whatever.
No.
And here's another one. This will be a lot harder for you, but I think it's still worth it. Do you have 20XX at home?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you can use a C-stick in this. Why don't you press A?
Right.
And then you're going to pick Fox, and then the opponent can be anyone. You can pick Falco or Ganon, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go to Battlefield. And press pause. Turn CPU to evade. Okay. Now, I want you to kind of like approach him like it was a real match, right? Don't do sloppy attacks, right? And then you're gonna notice like how do you follow up on them, right? So pay attention to that and try to pressure him, okay? So right there, your drill shine, right? Can use a little bit improvement. You're missing your L cancels. They're hard, dude.
Yeah.
I spent years doing this stuff. Okay, that's something. But you saw like a lot of big,
Yeah.
big open spots, right? That were kind of weak,
Yeah.
right? So like L canceling your short hop aerials was one of them, right? You need to drill that a little bit more, especially with while hitting the opponent.
Yeah.
Right? It's a different timing. You got that. You got up air connection, so like you're doing okay in that. Why don't you try getting a grab on him and trying to up throw him and see if you can get some good damage.
Oh wow.
Right? He's hard to grab, right? So this is like you practicing grabbing in combat, right? Maybe you do shine into grab. So like
How fast would you have to do the shine into grab?
So I don't mean shine jump cancel grab. I mean shine wave dash grab.
Oh.
Right? Because when you wave shine him, right, you have enough time to
Yeah.
up smash or grab him or like whatever. So right now you're still spamming a little bit.
Oh yeah. I hear it too.
Yeah, you're hearing it. So you need to take a conscious decision to like stop doing that. It's not easy to just stop doing that. That's cleaner. Okay, that's better. You have more control over like how you're moving right there.
Yeah.
And also you're thinking about like how you drift, right? You're not just doing maximum runs every time. And make sure when you approach them, you know, you're not too careless.
Yeah.
You know, think about it like a match, right? How would you have come at them? Easy on the spamming.
Damn it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just hear it and I'm like, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah. It's because your muscles were designed that way, right? So like when you think, do it differently, you know? Relax your mind a little bit. Because this guy's not hitting you,
Yeah.
right? You have enough time to think about what you really want to do. Oh, quit spamming, my man.
It's so hard. Like, especially like from where I'm from, there's nobody to play with, and it's just how you're accustomed to play, you know?
I know,
Yeah.
dude. I'll tell you, when I was in this stage, I played with no one.
Yeah.
I played with bots the whole time, dude. This is 2009.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah, 2009. I was playing with bots for 3 days or 3 hours a day every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There weren't tournaments like this. There was no
Yeah.
weeklies.
I could tell. I mean, you could see it, but there wasn't much back then.
Yeah, dude. Every time you look at the tournament history, it's not that much, right?
Yeah.
So, with this kind of stuff, pay attention because this is how you're gonna move forward in tournament. If you keep spamming it at home, you're gonna spam it in tournament,
Yeah.
right? So you need to make conscious efforts right here. I can already tell you're slowing down and thinking about it a little bit more,
Yeah.
right? You're not just like throwing your face at them, and make sure you do what you're good at, right? Like you're good at these uppers. This is how you're getting those kills, right? You're like weak at shining, wave dashing out of shine, right? So
Yeah.
like maybe you need to address that. Maybe you just need to wave dash out of shine for your next drill practice, right? But then in tournament, you know, shy away from that. In tournament, you focus on what you're good at. You focus on the up airs or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And until you're good at the other stuff, focus on what you're good at. You're still spamming my guy.
I know. I heard it. I was like, I was like, when I heard the up smash, I'm like, no, I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
So right now, you might need to just play a little slower, right? There might be times where you'll notice yourself like I didn't need to,
To put anything out right
Yeah.
there.
or like you're kind of just like guessing as you press buttons or like hoping for the best, right?
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's the scariest part about this game is you can be conscious about every decision, right? Every small thing you can have control over, like where you started, where you end. This is better. And even if you're spamming a lot less. That's the start of it. Good. This looks a lot better. let's quit out of this. This is one practice I'm gonna give you, okay?
Yeah.
I have to show you something in 20XX now. Because this one, I forget, doesn't have it. Alright. So this is one way you can train at home, right? You set the CPU to evade, and then you're gonna just approach them like you would in a match, and think about how you want to do your tech skill and all that stuff, right? So here, I want you to go to one player mode. So you do have 20XX at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna go to event match, and number 3 is barrel buster. Okay. So go ahead and open that up. Yep. And so on this map, 4 barrels are gonna spawn, and when you destroy one, another one is gonna spawn. Okay. And now what you're gonna notice is that the barrels break on hard hits mostly. Okay. When you do soft hits, it might take multiple hits.
Yeah.
Right? So I want you to try to improve your score as much as you can, right? So on this run, let's get a high score.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Should I restart it then?
Go ahead and restart it and just get a high score. It's okay. You're learning. You're still learning, right? You're not gonna do perfect. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
My
That
guy.
was bad. Oh my god.
My guy. Okay. You're getting in the groove, okay?
I didn't know about this one. I usually
This is good.
Yeah. Like it helps you like move around the stage a lot.
Yeah. So right now I can tell that you're not too good at doing shuffles. Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time you kind of get close to the barrel and do up tilt or up smash. Right? You're doing some full hop aerials, but you're not doing a lot of shuffles. And you're not moving around the stage too fast. Ah, that was good. Alright, let's see if you can break 100, my man.
Maybe. Who knows?
My man.
I know. Ah, my god. I'm trying.
Yep, that was good timing. You didn't spam anything there. I heard. All good A's. That's good. Okay, you're getting close, dude. You can do this. You can definitely get 100.
Oh, it's a percent? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
You got this. You got this.
Oh.
There you go. Alright, you got 107. Alright? I'm going to go real quick. Give you an idea
Yeah.
of a target you should beat, okay?
I guess I figured out the reason why it's fast mode is because I realized that Melee is a fast game, and I'm pretty sure like you gotta do stuff pretty fast, but it has to be like
Precise.
yeah, precise.
Yeah, do you hear my control stick? Or
Yeah,
controller?
it's different from mine. You can just hear all these.
You're hearing clacks, right?
Yeah,
And so, do you see with me, I'm a little bit more calm.
yeah.
With you, there are a few times where when you mess up, it bothers you. So try to just, relax a little bit on
Yeah.
that. And it takes some time with that. And do you see, I'm doing a lot of big aerials.
Yeah, like back airs, man. Yeah, you're not stopping like because I usually like resort to up tilt. It's like when I get stuck because I know up tilt's a really good move.
It is a good move.
Yeah, it's like when I usually get stuck, I'm like, ah, damn it, up tilt.
Yeah, so now you're understanding why you play also the way you play, right?
Yeah,
You're trying to compensate for some weaknesses you had, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the game is fast. I need to push more buttons. Well, you lost accuracy.
yeah. This one is actually really
This is a good exercise
Yeah,
for you.
it really
okay?
is. Yeah.
And do you see one thing I'm doing is also just narrowing like this, right?
Yeah.
So one thing you're gonna learn is how to just jump and attack the stage, right?
Yeah.
So like full hop back air, shield drop back airs, rising back airs. I've definitely gotten 200 with this guy, so
Yeah.
it's definitely worth trying. Do you want to try again, or you want to move on to a different part of the lesson?
We can move on.
Okay, cool. So you got there's two training methods, and I really want you to work on accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're spamming buttons and you're not kind of thinking about what's happening, right?
Mm.
So first we talked about Sheik. We do you want to take out your phone real quick?
Yeah.
Take out your phone and write down a few of the things we talked about. Okay. Open up a notepad or something. You got someone? Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the first things we talked about was DIing while doing stuff, right? DIing while attacking or stuff like that, right? You can say like buffering DI maybe,
Yeah.
right? So you need a DI just a little bit more so that you're not like not neutral too much, right? Spamming buttons. You're spamming buttons. You're approaching from too far. And then we talked about drift control with your aerials, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's just use the final two ones as the two trainings. There was evade in practice mode. And then
Barrel Buster.
yeah, Barrel Buster and 20xx. Yep. So those are the big ones we went over, right? I don't think we missed any.
Oh yeah. I got 'em.
Okay, cool. So first we talked about Sheik. I think you said you want to work on the Fox Falco matchup.
Yeah.
Sure, let's play a little bit. Oops, not here. Alright, let's just play friendly and then we'll just talk about stuff as it happens. Alright, let's just talk about that one real quick. Just because this is, I think, your favorite one. Right?
Yeah.
This has a couple weaknesses, and I just need you to explore a couple different options, okay? So, one, of course, instead of going on stage, is to go for the sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
I don't see you going that one for too much, maybe because you think it's risky, but I think you just need to practice it if you believe that, right? So can you show me a few illusions that hit sweet spot? Alright, can you take an F smash from me and then sweet spot it? So come close. So I'm going to F smash you?
Yeah.
Why don't you taunt and then hold up? Alright, and then sweet spot? Alright, we're going to do that again. And so you notice how you have a lot of time to like wait,
Yeah.
right? Do one more taunt. Hold up.
Yeah.
Taunt and hold up. That's better. That's better. One more time over here, closer to here, so you don't die. Alright, good. And now wait.
Oh.
You know, you see how you're still high?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. and then double jump. Wait. Alright, that was good horizontal, right?
Mhm.
So one thing you're noticing is that you have a lot of time as you fall to make that decision. And you also could jump into that. So why don't we put you at lower percent while we do this exercise. Okay. So you're going to hold up after taunt and up. I'm going to switch. Alright. So, yeah, there you go. You have different varieties of timing with the double jump, right? Even then, you stuck your head up just a little bit. Right, it's hard to go low, but Fox would have made that if his head can go slightly below the edge, right? So like you're still hitting. There you go. Right, so you don't have to poke up over, and you just need a little of experience practicing that side B, right?
Yeah.
And then I also just need to see more up B attempts from you, right? From this height, you can go to the ledge with that diagonal down, right? You can go straight, right? So if you watch me real quick, from this spot, I can go straight or to the corner, right? And this is the same spot that you are illusioning at a lot, right? So if you just chose to do fire instead of illusion, you open up like a lot of different possibilities.
Yeah, instead of like trying to rush back onto the stage and getting up tilt for it,
Yes.
I could have stalled it a little bit and see what you were trying to do and
Yeah.
see where the angle is.
Yeah, you can even go high. You can go in, dude.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to, you could go straight in like you originally planned.
Yeah.
Right. But the point is that because you have a favorite option and because you didn't practice your other ones, you've limited yourself literally to one.
Yeah.
Right. Like you love illusion over the edge, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want your opponent to just say like, I only have to cover one thing, right?
Yeah.
So practice more of those recovery options, and when you watch your favorite foxes, pause a couple times, dude. They're gonna be off stage, and so like here's when I would pause, right? Let's say you're at 100%. This happens, right? And then like, okay, pause. Like Fox is here, right? Pause and say, what would I do? Right? And just say like, well, Falco's here. This is going on. I would, I don't know, illusion, and then you unpause and you see what the guy does, right? And you go through that experience a couple times, and you're like, holy shit! Like they not
There's
only
so many different options to take to get back onto the stage.
Yes. There's so many options, and you weren't thinking about all of them just because you kind of simplified them, or you weren't like really looking at them, you know?
Yeah. Usually when like you're just playing, like you just want to get back onto the stage as like fast as possible, but then that could be bad too because they could just fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need to get back to the stage ASAP, right? You're not on low oxygen or anything, right? You just need to safely make it back. You can grab the ledge, you can delay your timing, whatever. So I want you to, and it's gonna be hard for you, right? Because like a lot of these things, you're just like you're pressing it out of bad habits.
Yeah.
Right. Same with this. These bad habits will only be cured if you start new habits.
Yeah.
Don't just say they're bad, right? Do different things, right? So like next time I knock you off, don't illusion, fire.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, just fire, and then you'll learn different variations of fire, right? You know, next time you attack, just let go of the controller a few times. You know, like after up tilt, then you up smash and you wait, and then you do, you know, and you'll know when you're waiting too much.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you do both extremes. You wait too much, you wait not enough. Alright, let's play a little bit. Nice try.
I always had a question about that. Why does that usually happen?
Why does it pop you up?
Yeah.
Because it's
no.
stale.
Oh, but I mean, like, it's like you just stay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's because the shine hit you like 3 or 4 times, and it was stale.
Oh.
So when that happens, just it happens after a bunch of shines, right? And then you're just gonna be in the air, kind of floating, right?
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is just be patient. Don't like
Yeah.
air dodge. Don't do too much. There's some people that like attack every time, or whatever. So just, if you recognize it, be patient about it. There, that was pretty good patience. I caught your jump though. Did you mean to get up attack or was
No,
it? Yeah, it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I get for pressing it.
Dude, we all make that mistake too,
Yeah.
right? But once again, with precision, you want to like do exactly what you want and not press too much,
Yeah.
right? Here's another example of something that can go wrong. I want you to just do this over and over again, okay?
Oh wait, we've been muted this whole time, I think.
No, we haven't.
Oh. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Alright.
So just down tilt this. Yeah, there you go. So just keep down tilting.
Oh.
Don't hit me. Just keep down tilting. Good, keep on. I need to get you to more percent. Hold up. Alright. Now down tilt. Don't hit me.
Oh.
Alright, down tilt again. Like keep down tilting and keep pressing A. Don't hit me. You fuck, I messed this up. I need you a lower percent. Can you kill yourself? So what I'm trying to do is knock you down. So don't attack me just yet. Keep holding down. Alright. So you're gonna down tilt and then I'm gonna knock you down, and then when you keep pressing A, what you're gonna notice is you're gonna get up attack as soon as you get knocked down. Okay? So do down tilt. Do you see how you did get up attack, right?
Yeah.
Now, do down tilt again, but don't spam A. Right? That's literally the difference of you doing get up attack and not, was you spamming A.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't a matter of your decision to do get up attack. You didn't decide. Yeah, right?
Just pressed A.
Right? So what I'm getting at is like, I do this with Mark too, dude.
Yeah.
Where like, you spam down tilt. You don't want to spam. You want to do it exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because all of a sudden you're like this, and you were spamming, and now you get up to.
Yeah.
Right? That's good. Good slide off. Nice. Alright, so how'd you feel?
I just felt Falco presses you too much, and then like you just, and the way that I play, you just panic, and I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do?
Okay. We'll talk about keeping calm and neutral too. Let's pull out your phone though and make sure we covered up all of the topics we just hit. So the last thing we talked about was the practice modes, right?
Yeah, the barrel buster one.
Okay, so what did we just review now?
The shines. I mean, not the shines. The illusions.
Yeah, illusion height, right? So illusion versus fire, and like practicing both of them. And then we just basically talked about spamming buttons again and why it's bad, right? So get up attack or spamming buttons. Okay, so some of these things just involve you cleaning up what you're inputting, right? And just kind of relaxing on it, right?
Yeah.
So I think it would really help when we do those practice modes that we talked about earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you just
sit down, listen to music, and just practice it over and over again.
Yes, but Flush, you got to make sure that you're not making the same mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Because when people tell me those kinds of things, just do this, like put on a TV show or music and just grind it out. What I get scared of is, you're not thinking too hard,
Yeah,
Right.
you're just like there, just chilling.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you should be actually paying attention about what exactly you're doing. That's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now you're not at a level right now where you have enough stuff laid out in front of you that you know what you need to practice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, you could be practicing ledge dashing,
Yeah.
right? You could be practicing exactly these way dashing the shines, right? There's a
Yeah.
lot of these things you do need to get better at,
Yeah.
right? But some of the basics mistakes that you're making right now don't come with grinding,
yeah,
right? Like the way you press A when you dash attack, right?
Yeah.
Like you've made that habit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you made that habit through grinding, not
Yeah.
anyone else, right?
yeah,
And you know you didn't have to grind the way you did. It's just what happened.
yeah,
So to change stuff, it's hard, right? To change stuff, you have to actively do different things. It's not just tell yourself to stop doing stuff. You just have to do it differently.
Mhm.
So definitely change how you practice, right? With those tools. We talked about Guard Buster. We talked about one player mode. And then also, yeah, when you practice, pause on YouTube more. That's one of the notes I would say is when you watch YouTube, try to pause it more.
yeah,
And so like when you pause YouTube, right? Do yourself a favor and like do certain pause like here, you know, like
yeah,
when Fox and Falco are like here, like this is a fight, right? And like, you know, there's something crazy going on, right? But then you just pause it. You just pause it and watch the video and you go, okay, this is the situation.
Mhm.
What is about to happen? And ask yourself this stuff, dude. Just ask yourself it and just like put yourself in those shoes and see, you know, like if this was happening to me, would I have been ready? Would I have been doing something? Was I already attacking? You know, like, dude, when I first started, I was throwing out all the worst stuff.
yeah,
I was moving when I shouldn't have been moving. I was dash dancing and without knowing why. I don't know why I'm doing this. Someone told me to do it, and you're like, and someone else is like, that's not good, right? And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah,
So like, to help me get better with this stuff, I would always just like pause, ask questions, unpause, see how it goes, then pause again and just be like, that's okay. This is how it happened. Now I know. Like, next time I look at the game, because there's been a lot of times, dude, where you're playing in tournament and you're like, shit, I've seen this before,
yeah,
and you're like, wait. Oh, when this happens, like I'm supposed to do something. But if you're not familiar enough with that flush, you're just gonna ignore it. You're like, I've seen this before, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just
Hope for the
gonna,
best, yeah,
yeah, I'm just gonna attack them,
yeah,
right? But you'll get experience with like when this happens, like, oh, maybe I should just stand here as Falco. Like, maybe I just back off, right? And this comes with experience, dude. Just make sure you watch and you pause YouTube. We talked about how you drift control, right? Getting
Yeah.
better at that stuff. And notice too, as you do this, which mistakes you're making. So one of them right now is you're air dodging late. You're sorry. You're getting off the edge and then you're jumping up and air dodging too late, right? So watch a pro do it and watch it a few times and you'll get like the imagery of it, right? What does it kind of look like? How do I do it better?
yeah. Like I see like Fox players, they just like automatically
They're
like,
just snapping
slide,
on the stage, right?
Sliding, yeah,
And you know, just practice it step by step, right? So like if you're going too high, that means you have the first part down, but you're not air dodging fast enough,
Yeah.
right? And this will just take time, right? And understand which mistakes you're making, right? If you understand them, it'll help you prevent making again, right? Because
Yeah.
you probably know you're spamming the buttons, but you don't know what mistakes that leads to, or like you don't know how bad it was, or
yeah,
right? So now that you have a better understanding of that stuff, kind of just go slower with the game. You know, like if something happens, like think about it. Like, did I look like a good player there? Like, what stopped me from being a good player? Is it tech skill? Is it decision making?
yeah,
Okay, decision making. I can improve that pretty quickly. I just have to tech skill. Oh shit, I have to go and practice this now, right?
yeah. Yeah, I guess it's sort of bad too that like when I've been playing and then when I actually win matches on the account, I won the way that I play. I don't know whether it's like the guy was worse or like he just wasn't used to the stuff that I was doing that was bad, but sort of ended up being, I don't know. Just
Well,
stuff like that.
here's what I'll tell you, dude. It's if you won a tournament set, it's probably because the tools you had were just better than the tools this guy had, right? And you know, in whatever effed up way you play, right? Like if this Falco beats you by like only positioning forward smashes, that just means you didn't know how to deal with it. There's nothing mean with how good you are or whatever, right? And make that to any level of complexity, right? This Falco does so many good lasers into aerials. I don't know how to beat him. And the other fox is like, oh, you're just running shine him. And you're like, I never thought about that. That beats this, like, you know.
Yeah.
And it just comes down to, you don't need to be the perfect fox or the best fox in the world. You just need to beat that guy, right? And do the tools you know how to do good, and avoid the things he's good at, right? If this guy is good at like Sheik, let's say Sheik. If Sheik is good at down throwing you, jump, dude.
Yeah.
If you're in the air or if you're on platforms, she can't grab you as much on the ground. Right? She can't tech chase you as much, right? If you're constantly jumping or like moving, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe she gets her grabs because you approach her and she's like,
I do a sloppy approach.
Yeah. So stop doing sloppy approaches.
Yeah.
Right? Wait for her to do a sloppy approach and counter her. Right? So what I'm getting at is like your opponents, especially ones near your level, are not gods. Or like
they're not
even playing the game good.
Yeah.
Right? They're just playing it just better than you. Right? So avoid what they're good at, stick to what you're good at. Here, I do have another mode I'm going to teach you. Okay, so this mode, I'm literally only going to do one move to you, and you just need to beat it. Okay? Just play like you're going to try to beat me. So what this lesson is supposed to teach you is that even if you know what's happening, it might be stronger than what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Even though you know what I'm about to do, you're not playing against it well.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, dude. I've beaten good players with this method, right? So right now what you need to do is pay attention. Pay more attention to me and don't be sloppy, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Right? And this happens in some tournament matches. It's not exactly this, right? But if you know what the other guy's going to do, try to, you know, play around it. Be more conscious.
Yeah, like...
That's better. That's better.
Like, I'm seeing, like, how far the thing goes, and I just, like...
Play around it, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you're doing attacks into me that I'm, like, crouch canceling or, like, wave dashing back, right?
Yeah.
So this applies to everything, dude. You know, not every attack is as laggy and shitty as this, right? But, like, it's the same concept. Right? There I crouch cancel down beat you. Right there you're blocking more, right? Now you're figuring out you can block it.
Would Elsa be good in this situation?
No.
No.
What you really want to do is not lose at all. You don't want to win sometimes, right?
Yeah.
There's some times where the up tilt clinks with it. You sometimes maybe win. I don't think you actually win. But like, you just want to win 100%, right? And that's what I'm trying to teach you is like risk reward, right? Why go for the up tilt when you can just block this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, and then go for a punish.
Go for the punishes you're good at, right?
Yeah.
Not
so like just the up raise.
Alright, so why are you dash attacking this?
Cause yeah, you're right. It shouldn't be about tying or like.
No.
Yeah. It should be just about winning.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Right. Pretend this is a real match, right? Pretend it's a real match. Like if my opponent, this is his strategy. Don't lose to this strategy.
Yeah.
You don't have to play perfect. You don't have to attack fast. You don't. You know.
Just look at what he's doing and then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's all that's important, right? What is he doing? Why you dash attacking him, man?
I was hoping to try to beat you before the startup of the move.
Why are you trying to beat it when you can just block it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. So you know what's gonna happen, right? Don't risk anything, dude.
Yeah, just shield. I mean,
Yeah, just shield or wait,
I'm overcomplicating things. I'm like, oh
yeah,
okay.
yeah, dude. Sometimes you're like, I got a hit and you kick me,
Yeah.
and then I kick you right back.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of dash attack, right?
Yeah. It's unnecessary percent.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, you don't have to look at the chat. Don't worry about it. The most important thing is that you're getting something out of this lesson, right?
Yeah.
Which is, if you know what Ganon's gonna do, don't get hit by it, and just do what you can do.
Yeah.
Simplify it, dude. Simplify it by a lot.
Yeah.
Look, way better, dude. And see, when you overcomplicate it, you risk.
Yeah.
Good. Right, you attacked out a shield. Good.
I remember when Unsure and Fluid were commentating a set that I was in.
Yeah.
They were like, you should just shield grab more. Or like, if you keep spamming the same move, like I kept spamming F smash because I was north. And they're like, it's gonna be really hard for him when the other person just realizes that he could just shield grab him after the forward smash.
Yeah.
Especially since it's such a laggy move.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's gonna be really hard. So I mean, there's gotta be other ways that you gotta get your kills, I guess. That's what when I was hearing them talk. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what they're trying to say.
Okay. And why'd you bring that up then?
Because I was like, I'm getting hit by the same move. And I'm like, wait, I know, just shield and grab, That's all I need to do.
You can jump over it. You can do a lot of things,
Yeah.
dude. What you really cannot do is lose to it.
Yeah.
And this is every move in the game.
Yeah.
Once you understand moves, like, it really is this lesson everywhere. How is Marth faring? How is Sheik grabbing? They all basically look like this, dude.
Yeah.
There's startup, there's end lag, there's a part of it where you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
Right? So just break it down, dude. There's weaknesses to every move, and there's strengths to every move. So just avoid the move, and then, punish appropriately. Right now, your punishes are still a little weak. Like, you're not doing any shine stuff, and you're not doing any, like, multiple aerials, right? This is just you needing to practice a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you're also, like, putting yourself in weird positions sometimes, right? Where, like, you jump and then fall into it. Like, sometimes you don't need to risk fighting it. Sometimes you should just back off. Like, right there, you could have up smashed instead of up tilted. There, you rolled.
I did roll.
You rolled, right?
Yeah.
You were scared.
Yeah. I was like,
But there's startup, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to roll.
especially because this moves so slow.
Most moves are like that, dude.
Yeah.
Most moves are not the most fast move you've ever seen.
They're not like Fox's Shine.
Well, dude, even Fox's Shine, look at where you're standing and where I'm standing, dude. If Fox's Shine hit me from here, that means I did not react,
Yeah.
right? So, like, almost every move in the game falls in this category, which is, if they do this move, don't get hit by it, right?
Yeah. It's like the way that I try to think about it, like, I'm overcomplicating it so much when it's just so simple.
You're not thinking about me. You're thinking about, how am I moving Fox? I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna do these things. I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah.
That's not the game, dude. The game is not 0 to death him every second.
Yeah.
Right? The game is knock him off 4 times before he knocks you off 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're dash dancing. You can beat this guy. You got it.
Yeah. I mean, and now that you pointed it out, I'm kind of like preventing myself. Like, okay, I just gotta hit it once. The buttons.
Yeah, but you're doing other things. Like, you're not available to attack me because you're pressing too many things. Right there, you rolled.
Yeah, I
again,
rolled. Yeah.
right? So if you didn't roll, you would have enough time to react, but you're too busy doing something.
It's because when I see you do it, I usually see you do it wave dash back and then you do it. So I was like, oh, well, if I can get closer to him, I don't know. It's stupid.
You don't have to get closer. You can run away. You can run away this whole fight, dude.
Yeah.
Right? There are like a million ways you can deal with this stuff, and you're doing it the way you've learned to deal with it.
Yeah.
Dash attack.
Or like just try to.
Yeah, you do dash attack and shield grabs a lot, right?
Yeah.
There are other foxes who will dash dance and nair me, right? And
Yeah.
what we're learning here is like the tools you have need to be improved, and you just need to relax in the fight to such a point where you're concentrating on what's going on, right? There's too many times where you're fighting things that's not happening.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I
It's
guess.
okay, dude.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, you just get flustered sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
So just pay attention to what's happening on the screen and be okay, you know? Like, even when we talk about the Sheik down throw stuff, it's not the worst, right? Just
yeah.
pay attention, be okay.
I mean, everybody starts off this way, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I started off getting messed up, too.
Yeah.
And pressing wrong buttons, and like I said, dude, I've been playing for 10 years, so... Okay, dude, it's been an hour. Let's write down those last notes. You can word them any way you want, but I think it really is, like... Don't prevent yourself from being available on neutral or something like that, or like simplify the plan. You know what we talked about.
Yeah, I put stay calm, think, and don't be stupid. That's the best way I can do it. That's the best way I
Don't
can
be
word it.
stupid.
Just don't be stupid.
If that helps you, dude.
Yeah.
If that helps you, because I know in a week you're gonna read that note and like, what did Bro tell me? Don't be stupid. Like,
Yeah. Nah.
Okay. All right. Well, that was the hour. You got some notes down.
Yeah.
I gave you 2 ways to practice.
Yeah, the barrel buster one seems like it'll help me out a lot.
Yeah, the barrel buster and the CPU one. Dude, thank
Yeah.
you. And then also watch replays, right? Pause it and like
Yeah.
ask yourself questions. And then, dude, I mean, we can do this Ganon challenge again. You
Yeah.
basically figured it out. You can probably 4-stack them
Yeah.
with enough practice, right? You just
get better.
just get better.
Yeah.
And you learn that. I guess one of the last notes I guess you can keep is like the Ganon lesson is similar to like all attacks.
Like
right?
Sheik's dash attack, Fox's dash attack.
Yes.
Sheik's fair.
All of these things.
All of them are just that. Like you gotta. Yeah.
You getting it?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really glad that lesson like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It helped me out a lot.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It feels good. All right.
Yeah, it feels good, man.
All right, stream. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna get ready for my next lesson. With Dad Milk. All right. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.